Welcome, 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 my beautiful friends. Welcome back. A biological male can never become a woman. What they take, no matter what they cut, no matter what they add, no matter if they put a lipstick on a pig, a biological born male, a man, can never become a woman. I had a conversation with a friend today. Hey Elizabeth, welcome. I had a conversation with a friend today, and she was telling me, why Candace Owens is so sure that Macron's wife is a man? This is so dangerous. What if there is a chance it's actually a woman? And of course, everyone is entitled, completely entitled to their opinion. But I can tell you right now is that she's 100% correct and she knows what she's talking about. You have to know what you're talking about. When you are an observant person and you can put two and two together, there is not that much of guessing game. And I'm not particularly a raging fan of Candace Owens, but I think that she's onto something. And I think it's very tiring that the world is run by people who are, well, not who they say they are. It's not even any kind of agenda at the time or any kind of preference, or it's not necessarily anything against particular group of people. But I think it's very tiring and exhausting. Then this world is run by a bunch of liars, by people who create identities that is absolutely false, and they get elected on terms of this identity. And I think it would be really nice to restore some traditional values, the values on which the countries were built on. And I think that these people these people who are non-traditional orientation should lead those people who want to be led by them. I think that it's enough for us. It's enough of lying. It's enough of deceiving. And this video is actually, I'm not necessarily trying to talk or pay attention too much necessarily at the political things. What I want to say that is the reason why I am 100% sure that Emmanuel Macron's wife is biological male is because for me as a woman it's obvious. It's the same if as a man you see a guy and this guy is non-traditional orientation, you can tell it right now. You can tell it right away just because you know. It doesn't matter what you put on. Again, doesn't matter the wig, the hair, the makeup. Doesn't matter what else people do. The operations, when you cut something, when you add something, when you delete something, when people do those operations, when born males try to become women, they just become people with compromised immune system. They just become victims of the surgeries, but they are not becoming women. They are not becoming women. They are not becoming. They're not becoming mothers. They're not becoming. Thank you, Elizabeth. Um it's impossible. There are some things that are given to us from God, that are given to us from nature, and it's not in the human power to change it. You can take all the hormones you want, you can cut your organs, you can try to become someone's identity. Yes, there are men who are very how to say this? Affinate, like feminine men. God, I cannot say this word right now. But yes, nature have certain variety. You know, there are certain people that have different personalities, and so. But you cannot. It's only black and white. It's only male and female. And so for me, I don't need to see no lawsuit. I don't need to see a lawsuit. I don't need to see, let's see what it is there. I don't need to see Candace, the lawsuit process. I think it would be very entertaining, but I don't need to see all this. I don't care about the drama. I just know. I just know that the Macron's wife is not a woman. I just know it. I know it at 100%, and I understand why Candace is so passionate about it. I'm a little bit worried for her life. You know, hopefully she is safe. But I want to also tell you one major sign. If you don't have this intuition about this case, I want to show you something that is just pure logic, and there is no other way. If you look a little bit into history of the relationship of Macron and his supposed wife, they met when Macron was only 15 years old, and she was almost 40. His teacher. Um, that looks like they tried to make it as a love story, which honestly, this is a grooming story. And if they would have followed the law, uh, his wife, Brigitte, or whatever his real name is, he should be in jail for grooming and having affairs, you know, having inappropriate interactions with a minor, because he was a minor, 15 years old. And this is why I'm not against certain groups of people. It's about, you know, live and let live. It's about living in peace. It's about respecting people's boundaries. But the issue is, that is what is scary about it, is what the honest media would call grooming, because that is grooming. When a 15-year-old student is involved in a relationship with a grown teacher, and this is also how you know it's a male, because that is a very classic scenario for a male. If that was a woman, yes, you know, maybe somewhere there are women that cross the boundaries too, but that's not gonna be a marriage. It's not gonna be a lifelong thing, because if that was an actual woman, she would that would be just an episode, and that would be over, and she would be shamed probably by her family. And you know, there is no marriage. I cannot. It's basically like marrying. Imagine if you are around 40 years old, or if you were 40 years old. What do you have in common with a 15-year-old? This is a joke, and this is a story, an absolute story of grooming, of one perverted male grooming a child, a teenager, a minor still. So absolutely cannot stand this. Absolutely cannot stand. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. Wearing a short outfit wasn't a great idea. So this is how you know I probably won't stay here for too long. Mosquitoes are super hungry. I listen to my own logic. This has nothing to do with being a fan of Candace Owens, believe or not believe. She has a lot of controversial views. Some of her views I support. You know, some of your views aligns with mine, and some are completely not aligning, you know, with mine. But this is a beauty of having your own mind. And I'm telling you, I do not need to see no lawsuits. I do not need to see no court sessions. I do not see no documents. I know that President of France is married to a man who groomed him when he was a teenager, a child, basically. And that outrages me as a mother. That is outraging for me. There is no excuse, there is no forgiveness, there is no marriage. I don't know who Macron's parents are, but I don't know why they did not try to put him to jail. I mean, Brigitte, whoever, whatever name she or he had back then, but this should be against the law. This shouldn't be. This should not be a love story. This shouldn't be anything, because unless you're really stupid, you would believe in this. If you are a 40-year-old woman, you know, again, yes, I know that there are people that are not all there, but trust me, the last thing a woman in her prime, so to speak, wants to do is to get into a relationship with a child. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is not natural. And even if this is ever would take a place, that would be strict episode, and that woman would be held accountable. She would be held responsible, so on and so forth. Man, mosquitoes are just on me today. Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? We just had rain, and I was heading home. I was going to go live from home, and I felt like I want to breathe some fresh air, but it's not fresh. But you know what? Let's move on from this entirely political thing. Let me just tell you this: just pay attention. The woman's essence, the woman's nurturing, the woman's instincts, the woman's intuition, the way the woman loves, the way the woman feel. It can never be. You cannot do performative womanhood. You know, you cannot be performative. You know, you can put the lipstick on. You know, I'm a woman. I love, you know, having manicure. I love doing my hair. I like doing my eyelashes. And I am a woman, so it comes to me naturally. But for a man, he can put a lipstick on. He can put jewelry on. He can put nails. But he will never have what I have inside. You know, one day I am not going to have good skin anymore. I'm not, you know, my face will be covered with wrinkles, you know, if I'm lucky to live that long. But inside of me, I'm going to have same essence. I'm going to still have same care. I'm still going to love very strongly. I'm still going to be very protective. I'm still going to act from that place. It's not going to change. If I'm gonna go right now and put a man's uniform, you know, like, I don't know, police like police uniform or combat uniform, I'm gonna be the same woman. If I see a child, I'm going to squeeze a child. If I see a hungry child, I'm gonna feed him. I'm gonna love on him. It's not going to. There are certain things that it just comes within. That doesn't matter if I come with makeup, without makeup. If I come, no matter how I show up to this world, just like all the other women, they are going to come and wanting to love and nurture and do all of these things. And that is, my dear friends, is the difference. A man who is going under surgery or taking certain pills, he will always be a male. He will be a male just with a lot of issues. His psychology, his hormones are not naturally produced. When you take hormones to become somebody, you're not gonna become. You're just going to be a male with transformed organs. But you will never be a woman. You can never give birth. You can never bury a life. You can never carry a life. You can never develop a life inside of you. You can never nurture a life inside you. Never. You can never do it. And you know, if technology advanced and would ever allow, biological male to do that. Well, it'd be a bad news. You're going to hate this. And the thing is, um, I think they would have incubators prior to really have this. I think they're gonna have. I think they already have incubators, but this is just such a horrible idea because we were meant to nurture. Only a woman knows what it is to carry a life under your heart. That's why we are so connected to our children. Doesn't matter how old our children are, how much they need us, and sometimes, they grow up, they don't want to be around us. It doesn't matter if they how tiny or grown they are. We always have this connection. They actually have this research that mother there are after the birth there are certain stem cells left in mother's body, and on a biological level she still feels that very 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 tight connection on a biological level until his child is 30. Our intuition, our instincts, the love in our heart, this is the femininity. You don't even always, you cannot always display it, you cannot always show it. Yes, when you can, you strive doing that. Thank you guys for all the beautiful comments. I'm gonna read your beautiful beautiful comments. um or thank you. Donna Foster says it's about time someone says it. Thank you so much. Our desire to sacrifice for the child. For example, some people ask me where I'm from. Some people are new on the channel. I'm originally from Kiev, Ukraine, and I've seen photos in the war zones when women have wounds, when they are covered with wounds and certain patches so they don't bleed to death, and they holding when they bombed the hospital, the birth home. We have birth homes separate from hospitals. When they bombed, you see these women, they holding a child to the breast and they breastfeeding a newborn child. It doesn't matter that she's bleeding herself. It doesn't matter that she's in extreme pain, but she's holding on to the child, she's feeding her child, she's loving her child. And I think, it doesn't matter if you're a male, it doesn't matter if you get yourself silicone breasts. Your breast will never produce the milk that the child needs to survive, that the child needs to be nurtured. You can never do that. It doesn't matter what you take, what you do. You're not also going to feel it. You are going to be able to be a woman. So when someone is claiming, when men who have non-traditional orientation, I just wish they would come out and honestly say, I am a gay president. I don't want I want to be married to a man. Give it a chance, see if people would vote for it. But when these fake identities of people, they are coming on and they are getting voted in as if they are based on traditional values, that is unacceptable, and it's very tiring and exhausting. And, woo, look at this guy. It's called middle age crisis. Hey. Oh my goodness. Yes, it hits hard. Well, we all gonna be on me. I think men's middle age crisis is different than women's, but that was definitely men's. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for all these wonderful comments. And if you're new on my channel, please put a like, subscribe if you enjoy my conversations. Then I will make some shorter pre-recorded videos. But right now I prefer mostly going live, but I'm looking forward to diversify the content. I talk a lot about femininity, masculinity, and relationships in general, but I also cannot help and not comment on the current state of the world. CCGB, my love, welcome. Hello to my beautiful mods. Anthony, no, I am obviously not in war zone, if you can tell. I'm originally from Ukraine. For those who ask me, I'm originally from Eastern Europe. Uh, I grew up in a gorgeous, gorgeous city of Kiev that is going through a very, very hard time right now. Um, I am against the war. I'm against the fighting. I'm pro peace. I'm pro life, and that is another thing. That is another very, very important thing. A woman, a true woman, is always pro-life. There is only one way. I want you to understand this. A woman that is in touch with her feminine, she can never ever be pro-war, because only a woman knows what it takes to carry a life under your heart, to create a life, to carry a life, and to give life. We are very lucky, living in an age of high technology, in some ways, because, women can get help, women can get um, support if, there are complications and so on and so forth. But before that, so many women would die or have permanent damage when they give birth. So a woman knows exactly what it takes to create just one life. It's subconscious thing. A woman knows what it takes to create just one life, how much it takes from her heart, from her soul, how how extremely difficult it is, how extremely painful it is after you gave birth, what's going on with your body, what's going on with your mind, how in the first years of life, if you raise your child properly, ideally a woman should not be working first years of of the child's life. It's time for a woman to nurture, to connect, because this is where child is forming. So there is no reason we have to decorate ourselves, not the earrings. It is the love that creates life, and that's why. Another thing, if people who are elected to be in others, if people are elected to govern others and to take decisions on world stage, on high levels, when they say that they are elected through when they say that they are elected based on they represent themselves as traditional value people, and so we expect from them to take traditional value decisions. But guess what? When you have not traditional or same gender couples or two men basically living together, this is not the same. They take different decisions. There is no female influence. There is no female influence on in that marriage. And when it comes to wars, I am not saying that that alone would fix the world war. I'm not saying that that alone would fix everything, but it would sure as hell help. When you project yourself, when you project yourself as a traditional value unit and you rule the world, um, you better you better uh, have it you better have that authenticity and reality of the, because it's a performative. If you just dress on as a female president, you are not going to lead with your heart. You're not going to affect your husband who is ruling. But if your husband is gay, I'm sorry, and if you are also gay, this is you are not born as a protection of life. You're not going to look at this the same. You are in a different realm. I'm not saying you necessarily, I'm not judging you as a person or a human being, but you are not somebody people were electing. You stole someone else's identity, and you cannot give anything. You cannot give anything that you promised. I would like to hear what you guys have to say about this. Can you, oh, bad connection? Oh, that's too bad. Okay, I'm gonna slow down then. I'm gonna slow down. Um, I'm just so passionate about it. If connection is really not that great, I will re-record that in a shorter message. But all I wanted to say in this video is that, but man marrying a man is not the best to represent a country, and it should be finally revealed, and we deserve better than this, and we need to know the truth. People have the right to have their preferences, but we also have the right to know who we are voting for. We have our own situation in America. We have our own situation. We had 8 years of very non-traditional couple ruling, and that is very sad, you know. That is not that it's very sad. It's goes against every rule and every guideline. And I really wish that in America, the certain couple would have been exposed. You know, just that's a whole different video. But maybe you've seen, Barack Obama was saying how young men should be influenced and mentored by gay men. I want to make a different video about it, but this is so absolutely wrong. It's also wrong to bring sexuality in mentorship, and unless you're absolutely blind, you understand that he is basically coming out. He's coming out. I don't know why he's saying these things. Is he just trolling us? But he's coming out openly. And oh well, oh well. That's whole another rabbit hole. I think this is absolutely devastating. That nobody is holding him accountable. Oh my gosh, guys, mosquitoes are having the best of me today. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I want to read some of the comments. I have so many comments tonight. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. If you want to drop last minute comments, so I can see it in the box. If you want to be part of it, if you want to have more, please put a like and subscribe to the channel if you want me to come out more often. Also, if you would like to me to make a short format videos. But I'm just outraged that people who are on top in this world, they really think that we don't understand anything, that we do not see things for what they are. They really think that we cannot discern, that we cannot see a full-blown man from a woman, you know. I'm sorry, put all the wigs you want, put all the makeup you want. You can never be feminine. You can never have the feminine essence if you're born a man. I'm sorry. You can never you can never bury a child. You can never do these things. And that is why we were created as opposites. That is why. It's not that men are better than women or women better than men. We were created. It was God's purpose. It was nature purpose why we create the way we are. Oh my gosh, these mosquitoes, they really feeling that we are having a good conversation. They just have to have the best of me today. Let me read some of your comments. Man, I wish I would have my super chats on, then I can, people who really want to make the statement, you can always highlight it, but right now, I'm paying for this freedom talk. I'm paying with it, with my legs. I don't know, I often wear long dresses or long nice pants, but today I have to wear a short outfit and get killed, eaten. Get absolutely eaten. Oh my gosh, this is wet. All right, I want to read at least a few comments before I go, so just 1 second. So yes, my dear friends and followers, this is just common sense. I don't care what party you represent. I don't care if you are gay. I don't care if you're non-traditional. I don't care. This is not about being against a particular group of people. It's being against a never-ending lies. and trying to, and trying to what? We have polar nature. Men and women have polar nature. So when they try to sell us things, if you are in connect with who you are, you always know it's a lie. Like men who are watching me, if I would show you a guy and tell you, hey, this is my husband or this is my boyfriend, and you can tell the guy is absolutely on the other side, the guy is absolutely gay, you would tell me, Veronica, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but this man is is non-traditional. You would be screaming because as men you see that this man is not in touch with his masculinity. So as a woman, I know that certain people that presented to us as women are not women at all. A biological male can never become a woman, even after a million surgeries. As John Rivers said, it's easier to change my DNA than it would be cheaper to change my DNA than keep doing the surgeries. All right, let me read some comments. Oh my gosh, mosquitoes, leave me alone. Okay, so I'm going to go. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me again, or is my connection is sort of not so great again? Oh, I live in the United States, so I told you that I'm originally from Ukraine, but I live in the United States, and I believe in things that make sense. I love things that make sense. And this channel is for those people who like things that make sense, who also love learning about men and female nature. I talk a lot about relationship aspects, emotional intelligence, and how, as men and women, we can have more satisfying connections. So, okay, so the connection is spotty. It's okay, guys. I'm out. I'm outside. I'm not at home where the internet is obviously more stable. I can always make it private later and record again, but I just love coming out and seeing more people. So, okay, I wonder if I can open. I'm originally from Eastern Europe. I'm originally from Ukraine, but last 17 years I have been living in the United States. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can read my comments here. Well, you know what? Guys, you can support my channel and maybe I'll get myself a Starlink. Please support my channel right now. You can simply support it by putting a thumbs up. If you let me see how much likes I have. All right, I need some more likes. I have 220 people watching and I have 19 likes. So if you are watching, if you want to support, of course, the number of viewers going back and forth, put some fat likes and share the video to your social media. I really want to read the comments, but I can't. So my connection, I guess, is spotty, but also, man, I guess my blood is really delicious, I assume. Oh, okay, let's see. I'm gonna read some comments. Okay. Slavic sister, yes, welcome. Slovenian mapping, welcome. Yes, I am your Slavic sister. That could be a great channel name. I want to make a channel for women. Slavic sister sounds really cool. Um, let's see. There is gay and there is being labeled as gay. Even though you aren't gay, people suspect you or just mean label you. Stigmatized. Yeah, that's a whole different topic. I hear your thoughts. That's a bit of a different topic. I think that there is complexity to this, so I'm not gonna dive into it right now, but I hear what you through a few more comments before I go. Veronica, when you do go live, make sure you always do it in portrait mode. You're doing tonight, that gets like you are doing tonight, that is gets pushed out to those who are not subscribers. If you're landscape mode, it does not. Yeah, I know. So welcome. If you're new to my channel, check it out. Share some thoughts. I have a lot of videos on relationships and dating and emotional intelligence, but also we're talking about man and female nature discernment, and we talking about preservation of beautiful traditional values and common sense before we lose our mind in this deceived world. Attitude reflect. Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much. uh you're beautiful. Thank you. Hello, Jeff. Welcome. Can you help me impress a Russian girl? Yes. Watch my channel. Check out my videos. I have hours and thousands of videos on Slavic dating. um I'm sacrificing, guys. My life, my nurturing side right now is fighting. Is fighting. I'm an American expat living in Medellin, Colombia. Men don't understand how much pain a woman goes through with a child. Yes, exactly. Um, you cannot, father, a man have a different qualities, protective features toward the child, but the nature made it so that the woman made of love, she can't eat, she can't sleep when something is going on with her child. Uh, she always put her child first, no matter how in a Western society they teach you take care of yourself first. I'm telling you, the mother's instincts, no matter who says what, you always put your child first, you prioritize your child first, you love your child first. Yes, it goes it's not always beneficial for a mother, but it's how we are, it's our nature. If we are born this way, we don't need to take hormones to be this way. So a man can never become a woman, and a woman can never become a man. It's a sad society when roles are switched. Not saying that we both have masculine and feminine, but ideally we should be able to do what we were meant for. Okay, CCGB, please, could you put down some of my links how people can connect with me? Also, guys, you can support me on my Patreon. You can support me on a coffee if you just wanna show a little token of appreciation. And you can send me your requests, your ideas. You can write them under the video. You can also write them to my inbox on my email. Oh my gosh. Never again will I go out not sprayed. Not sprayed. Not sprayed for mosquitoes, I mean. All right, let me read some of the. Thank you guys for the compliments. And you know what? If you stay on the entire time of the live, and I have not read your comment, please write that comment when the live is over, when the live is done, and I will personally reply you to your comments, to your question. Okay? Because unfortunately, I cannot go that far right now, and I'm in pain. I have to go very soon. I'm proud of you to work hard and make it in the United States. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Ukraine look like great wives. Well, I would say that a lot of women in Ukraine are still very traditional, and they have their careers, they're marching often. Sometimes they're more into creative things, but in general, they love being a woman. They're not trying to prove men anything. Something about Slavic women, we love being women. We would not want to have it any other way. Who are you? That's a good question. Smash the like button. Yes, guys, give me some more love. Give me some more likes if you enjoy it. If not, I'll take a note and I won't come out again. I usually hate lives, but you're actually really cool, refreshing. Where are you from, maybe? Thank you so much. I love lives because it feels to me like a conversation to friends. I am right now in United States. I live in the state of Michigan, but I'm originally from Ukraine. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will be doing a lot more lives if I see you guys supporting the channel simply with your comments, with your thumbs up. Oh, my internet is bad. Okay, I'm gonna be wrapping up then. I'm gonna be wrapping up then. We don't need to calm down about the trans issue because people who lead the country should have transparency. We need to know who we voting for, you know. Um, you would not like if you would have a mother and then she comes back and she says, you know what, I'm gonna be a father, or a father that comes back with a dude to your house and say, now I'm gonna be your mother. That's confusing. Okay, you want to know who people are. If they are telling us one thing but do another, they should be held accountable for that. Yes, I need a spray. I have actually an amazing spray, but it's at home. That's gonna be so helpful. I think that people should learn to own who they are and do not count that all of us are idiots and we don't understand. When two men are living together, they should let us know that they are two men living together. They have different values, different beliefs, and it's up to us whether we're gonna vote for them or not. They are trying to destroy our society. How don't you understand? The destruction of society starts with the family. The destruction of society starts with breaking down the nuclear family, encouraging people to stay lonely, confused, single. I'm not talking about people who making a choice to be single. I'm talking about young people whose values are messed up, who don't even know what to believe anymore. Thank you for the compliments. If you think that I have that kind of accounts and that kind of videos, thank you for the compliments. I like compliments. I'm a woman, so oh my goodness, my dear friends, thank you so very much for joining me. I'm gonna see if the video is very spotty. I'm gonna make a shorter version of this, but I'm sure that you got the message. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how hard you try. There are certain things that are given to us that were meant to be. We we're supposed to be connecting with one another. Women and men, we're supposed to connect on polarity. We truly possess things that each other need. This is how this world have been functioning. This is the beauty in it. Yes, as women, we can be strong when needed. As women, we can stand up. We can, let's talk about the lioness and the lion. When lion is around, a lioness, she's just posing, she enjoying herself, she's at the leisure time. But when the lion is not around, the lioness knows exactly what to do. And better nobody mess with her. So we obviously possess masculine and feminine as women, but there are certain things that we were meant for. And I want to spread this awareness. I want all of us to help the young people to realize how this laws of polarity work. It's so scary to see that young generation, the children, being so confused, the teenagers, the young adults being so confused. Women say that I don't want a family, I don't want to have children, I don't want to be a mother. Men saying I don't want to pay for you, I don't want to take care of you. You know, although the man is usually a lot more successful when it comes to when he has higher purpose, when he has a family to take care of, this intrinsic motivation. Because men can literally live, live in a cave, you know, live in a, what they call this, men's cave, right? Men can sleep on a mattress, not ever buying a bed, you know. Men are more, have more of a survival instinct. So man can really go by very little, but I think man really step into his purpose and his strength and power when he knows there is a beautiful woman that gives him something that he can never get anywhere else. And then if he's blessed, he has a child, a son, daughter, and then um, when you have that, you have purpose, you want to leave some legacy, you want to create something truly beautiful, you know. When you have that purpose, when you know that you have a son as a man, you want to leave him legacy, you want to leave him something. You want your genetics that for millions, I don't know, maybe billions of years, I don't know, that were passed on, you want to make sure you're not the one to end your life. Your lifeline, your lineage. Not everyone is saying that they don't want children, this thing, but really, you don't want to be the one ending your lineage. You know, the thousands and thousands of years of history, of genetic material, of survival, of skills, of bravery. You know, of all those things. You don't wanna end it all. And when you have somebody else in your life to strive for, you really come to the top of your ability to provide and take care of. That is why these unions are beautiful. And when we are misled by non-traditional people, it put us all at a big risk for our future. Exactly. I am against the very aggressive sport of women. I think it's not a good idea. I sometimes watch UFC with my family, with my very special family member. It's painful for me to watch, but when women are fighting, I feel like that's against the nature. That's against the nature. Our organs are precious and they were meant to reproduce. Nobody should be hitting us in the face or slam us on the ground. That is awful. So, my darlings, I am absolutely beat. I will prepare better next time. I'm gonna see maybe anything is going on with my internet, but I have really supposedly maybe I should restart my phone or something. I supposedly have was supposed to have a much better connection, so I don't know. I will check out what it is. Maybe I will just go live from home because I got this thing that makes internet go smooth. But just remember, I'm outside in the rain. I mean, it's not raining anymore. And I just want to make sure I come out because when I come home, I'm in my family. All I want to do is create something, decorate something. That's what I want to do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, my darlings, I hope you were able. Please let me know that you were able to get my message at least by like 80% or more. And shout out to my trolls. Welcome, welcome. Hey Jeff, good night. Everybody who contributed, I'm gonna see some of your comments later as well. But if you put your heart and soul into the messages today and I did not read your comments, just write your comment under the video. I'm gonna keep this live on the channel, so just write it under the video. I will respond to you. All right. CCGB, you're the best moderator on the planet Earth, and so as Elizabeth. You ladies always got my back. You're absolutely amazing. Oh, somebody sent me something. Thank you so much. Uh, David, Veronica, thank you. Thank you for the courage to speak out. You are a true woman. Thank you so much. Thank you for the coffee, the super chat, and thank you. I think there is a little Cashapp somewhere as well. I can't open it right now, but thank you so much. And if you enjoy my talks, subscribe to the channel, write a comment, put a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon. I will see you very soon. I love having spontaneous conversations. So if you enjoy that too, if you want to come sometime as a guest, you have something to share, or if you just sometimes want to be home and watch a live video that feels like talking to a friend, then you are on the right channel. Thank you so very much for the love, my dear friends, and I will see you very soon. Thank you.